Hi there, Brittany-Foxwell with Carolina One. I wanted to reach out and explain some things that a lot of buyers and sellers, for that matter, don't know what we're talking about as a realtor when we're saying certain things. And I understand that, and I know that this is not something that my clients do every day. That's why I like to explain things the best way that I can, as if it was something that I was learning that was new. And so this could really confuse people, right? It could really confuse buyers, sellers, especially if you start talking about it and everything. Heck, as a new realtor, it could even be intimidating. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go over the terminology, and then I'm gonna break down and tell you what's going on in our market right now. So, Charleston is actually becoming a more balanced market. Buyers have more choices than they did last year. Houses are taking a little bit longer to sell, and unless they're priced correctly. That's more important more than anything right now. The inventories, active listings are up about 15% from last year, meaning that there are more homes on the market than there were last year. Buyers are having more options because of this, and sellers are having more competition because there's more homes on the market. Okay, so new listings are about the same as last year. Homeowners are still listing at a steady pace, so it's not like an abundance amount of homes, but we are in the peak season right now, so it wouldn't be uncommon there are more listings now than there will be in the fall coming on the market. And then pending homes. Okay, this is a good one. So that's homes that are going under contract. Buyers are purchasing, they're just taking more time to purchase. Okay, pending is going to be the same as active contingent, and that's under contract. Okay, so a lot of times my clients will see a home that's pending that they really like, and I like to explain that. Sold homes, closings are continuing across all price ranges. Well-priced homes are still selling. Home prices, the median list price is about $425,000. It's slightly lower than last year. And median sales price is about $416,000, which is very stable. The average sale price is slightly higher because luxury homes are continuing to sell. The average days on the market, the average is 73 days. The median is 44 days. So this just means that homes are taking a little longer to sell than they were last year. The absorption rate, that's the inventory. About 3.5 months of inventory is what we have. So this is still considered a ever so slight seller's market, but it's moving more towards a balanced market. So the sale to list price, what you list your home for and what it sells for, most homes are selling for about 96% of the original asking price. So buyers have some room to negotiate. What sellers need to know, okay? Price correctly from day one. It is imperative. And make your home look as nice as you possibly could. Look at it from a buyer's perspective. And expect to have negotiations. It's just what's going on in this market. And presentation and condition matter more than ever. What buyers need to know, that I'm going to share with you, is that you have more homes to choose from. There's less competition than there was in the recent years, where there was lots of competition, and by the time you saw a house you liked, it was already under contract. And that gives you a better opportunity to negotiate. So the inventory, it's I said 15%, up 15%. It's 14.6, so that's close enough. And we're looking at more of a balanced market at the moment. And hopefully this helps and this is explainable to you. The active listings, as I mentioned, if we're going back for our recap, how many homes are currently for sale. More inventory is more choices for the buyers and more competition for the sellers. New listing is how many homes are hitting the market. Rising numbers mean that more homeowners are deciding to sell. Sold is how many homes have actually closed. This tells us what buyers are willing to pay. Days on the market, higher days on the market is taking longer to sell. Lower numbers is a faster market. Median price is the middle home price. This is usually more important than the average because it isn't skewed by luxury homes. Average price can be influenced by multi-million-dollar sales. So let me tell you about the absorption rate, as I had mentioned before about the inventory. So 0 to 4 months is a seller's market. 4 to 6 months is a balanced market, and 6+ months is a buyer's market. And right now we are sitting at almost 4 months. So it's then you have your sales to list ratio that shows how close homes are selling to the asking price, and that's about 96%. So that, as I'd mentioned before, buyers are negotiating. The best way to explain what's going on in the current market is that inventory is increasing, buyers have more choices, homes are taking longer to sell, home prices remain stable, sellers must price correctly, buyers have more negotiating power than they did a few years ago. So common questions that I get asked, is it a buyer's market? Not yet. It's becoming more balanced, but still slightly favors the sellers. Hopefully that answers that. Should I wait? Nobody knows where rates or the prices are going to go, but when it does fit your finances and your goals, then absolutely. And be sure to ask me what options that there are that you can buy down your rate. We could even possibly get the sellers to negotiate it. That's all the little nuggets that I'm giving you. Are prices crashing right now? No, prices have been relatively stable. Okay, so for a seller, this is a seller question. Should I lower my price? If showings are low, or there are no offers after several weeks, it may be a good time to adjust the price. And let's see, so basically, hopefully that answered all of your questions. If you do have any other questions, please feel free to reach out and let me know if you want me to help you on either the buyer side or the seller side. All right, hope you enjoyed the information. Have a great one. Bye.